So this is number 6 on your homework. I mentioned this in class, but that weird squiggly line there, that's supposed to be a division bar. I'm not sure what happened with the copier, but that line is supposed to be just your normal old division symbol. And so we're doing polynomial division, and this side says use long division. So I'm going to put my x minus 6 outside the box. Inside my box, I've got 8x cubed minus 55x squared plus 44x minus 12. And I've covered all my degrees, 3, 2, 1, and 0, so I don't have to add in any spacers for anything. So the first thing I'm going to think about is, okay, x times what is going to equal 8x cubed? So 8 times what number is going to give me 8x cubed? And so, well, I think about that. Well, it's got to be 8x squared. So I'm going to put 8x squared on top of my box, and now I'm going to start to multiply. 8x squared times x gives me 8x cubed here, which is what I wanted. I need those numbers to match, or else I know I've done something wrong. And then minus 48x squared. Now I've got to subtract these things, and I know when I subtract polynomials, that first thing I do is change the sign, so that becomes a plus, a minus, and then this one becomes a positive. So to add those together, my 8x cubed are going to cancel out. That's a good thing. If they don't cancel out, something went wrong. And then when I do my negative 55 plus 48, I end up with negative 7x squared, and I bring down this term plus 44x. Now that I've done that step, I go all the way back to the beginning, and I think about, okay, now I want x times what that I'm going to put up here is going to give me negative 7x squared. Thinking about that number, that's going to have to be negative 7x. So I multiply negative 7x times x, and I get negative 7x squared, which is good. Those should match exactly. And then negative 6 times negative, and then I'll get positive 42x, because a negative times a negative is a positive. So then when I go to change my sign, since I'm subtracting, well, I'm going to change my signs. This will become negative. These will go away. And then 44 minus 42, so I get 2x, and then bring down my negative 12. And now I'm going to think about, okay, what number am I going to multiply x by, which I'm going to put up here, that will get me 2x. And so that number would have to be 2. X times 2 would be 2x, so plus 2. And so I would get 2x minus 12. And so I would subtract, but subtracting means that first I got to change my sign for polynomials, cross this out, and then I would end up with 10. To write my remainder for 10, I'm just going to put plus 10 over x minus 6, because that 10 is yet to be divided into the x minus 6, because it can't be, so we just write it as a fraction, 10 over x minus 6.